Come ride the little train that is rolling down the tracks to the junction. Forget about your cares, it is time to relax at the junction. Lots of curves, you bet, and even more when you get to the junction.
Petticoat Junction.
There's a little hotel called the Shady Rest at the junction.
Petticoat Junction.
It is run by Kate. Come and be her guest at the junction.
Petticoat Junction.
And that's Uncle Joe. He's a moving kind of slow at the junction. Petticoat Junction.
I'm home.
Thanks. I'd never have known.
I could have made it up the hill faster, but I was handicapped by not wearing track shoes. I was handicapped by the rise and fall of the Roman Empire.
Well, I'm sure glad one member of the family's a student.
Well, she cheats. She studies.
And how are you doing, young lady?
Well, I'll admit I'm not doing so well in my minor subjects, but I'm leading my class in basketball, gymnastics, and ice hockey.
Oh, great. Those are words to warm a mother's heart. All right, girls, start moving. Get out of the school clothes. There's work to be done.
Hey, Dream Girl. Junior Hawker said to give you a message.
Is that creep breaking our date tonight?
No, that creep says he'll be here at 8 o'clock, and he's taking you to the dance in Pixley.
Oh, that's nice. He's sweet.
Yeah, a sweet creep. He also says he hopes you got him a real cute girl for his friend.
Oh, my gosh, I forgot.
What about your sister, Bobby Joe?
Oh, come on, Mom. Now help me find a cute girl for his friend.
I just did. What about your sister? What's wrong with her?
Well, nothing. She just isn't the type.
Just a minute, young lady. Explain yourself. What do you mean she isn't the type? Bobby's a lovely girl.
But Junior's friend wants to spend the evening with a girl that'll be fun, not with a walking encyclopedia.
Well, tell me, does everybody think that way about her?
Everybody.
Bobby Joe's a mighty smart girl, but there's nothing smart about driving boys away from you.
Well, I'd never do it.
I know, dear. Billy Joe, you want to take your sister on that date tonight.
No, Mom. I don't want to take her on that date tonight.
Well, let me put it another way. You want to take her because it's the kind and helpful thing to do, because you owe it to her, and because you'll spend the next 3 weeks in the kitchen scrubbing pots and pans if you don't.
I want her to go.
Good girl. And they say that young folks don't cotton to common sense when they hear it. Bobby Joe?
She won't want to do it. She'd rather stay home and read.
Horse feathers. I know that girl like a book. She won't want to stay home and read when she can go out on a date and have some fun. You see.
Yes, Mom?
How would you like to go out on a date tonight and have some fun?
No, thanks. I'd rather stay home and read.
Know her like a book, huh?
I do. But somewhere along the line, I must have missed a couple of chapters. Good heavens. Hockey season again?
Oh, Mom, hockey's not dangerous.
Of course not. Show me your teeth. I want to remember them as they are right now. All right, flyer skate back to the cake batter. I want to talk to your sister. You know, Bobby, you have a dandy sense of humor.
I have?
Oh, sure. You remember a few minutes ago when I asked you if you wanted to go out on a date tonight?
Yes, I remember.
Yeah, well, who but a girl with a sense of humor would have said, no, I'd rather stay home and read. I mean, that's very funny. A real knee slapper. Great kid. Wasn't it? Bobby, wasn't it? You weren't kidding. I was afraid of that. Bobby, this is a serious matter, and we're going to have to talk about it like grown-ups.
All right, Mom.
Good. Now, I've always said that you are smart as a whip.
I'm not going on that date.
I've also said that you're stubborn as a mule. Why won't you?
Well, I'm just not interested in going with boys yet, that's all.
But your sister Billy was interested in boys when she was your age.
Billy was interested in boys the minute she found out they weren't girls.
Hockey players should be seen and not heard. Back to the ice. I'm not saying to make boys your life's work like Billy, just a part-time hobby. So you'll know one if you trip over him.
Mom, please don't push me.
I'm not pushing. You remember the things I've said about parents who interfere in their children's lives?
Of course, I remember.
Well, forget them. I'm interfering.
But, Mom,
This is one time when I use my own judgment to do what I think is right. You're going on that date tonight.
All right, Mom.
Hey.
But honestly, I just don't feel comfortable with boys.
Oh, you'll be fine, honey. Getting used to boys is like getting used to rhubarb. When you first try it, it's strange. And then after a while, well, it's still strange. But by that time, who cares? You're hooked on rhubarb.
Oh, Mom, you're wonderful.
Hey, Junior, I'm worried. Every time I go out on a blind date, I get stuck with a dud.
Simmer down, Roger, my boy. I told Billy Joe to line you up with a nifty little nugget. Whenever Junior Hocker snaps his fingers, Billy Joe Bradley jumps. No, it's true. That kid is nuts about me. Doesn't even look at anybody else. Oh, evening, Mr. Carson.
Howdy, Junior. See, you didn't bring no candy or flowers for Billy like her other boyfriend. Get with it, boy. You're liable to slide even further down on her list.
Billy Joe doesn't even look at anybody else, huh?
Well, she doesn't. She goes out with other guys. She just doesn't look at them.
No postponements. Tonight. Now it's going to be easy. Remember what I told you about rhubarb? Come on, let's finish dressing. Because the boys are waiting.
Oh, no rush. We have to keep them waiting at least a half an hour. It's the code.
Oh. Tell me, what code?
The rules of the game, you know. Like always keep a boy guessing and never let on that you don't have a date on a Saturday night, even if you don't. And always act cold and indifferent to a fella, even if you've gone ape over him.
That makes sense.
It does?
No, but at the moment, I'm for peace in the family. Now, let's see. Ah, it's perfect. One whiff of this is guaranteed to knock any man off his feet. Let's give him 2 whiffs.
Betty, look, it is 8:30. Now, what's happened to Billy Joe?
Relax, dream lover. Your waiting period is over. In exactly 17 seconds, my devastating sister Billy will appear on the landing, giggle, flounce down the stairs, and say, "Oh, dear, Junior, you're here already. I do hope I haven't kept you waiting too long." It is now grand entrance moment. -5, 4, 3, 2, 1, giggle. Dear Junior, you're here already. I do hope I haven't kept you waiting too long. You see, I am not only lovable, sweet, charming, and glamorous, but I'm also brilliant. Ta-ta.
How that child got to be such a show-off beats me.
She might tell you, but she ain't never gonna beat you.
Billy Joe, you look like $1 million tonight. And it's all invested in the right places.
Thank you, Junior. You're looking very handsome yourself this evening. How about introduce me to your friend?
Oh, yeah, sure, in a minute. Hey, look, who's this girl you got him fixed up with?
Oh, Junior, there's something I'd like to explain.
Dog, huh?
Oh, no, really very fine, intelligent person.
Oh, boy. A real schnauzer. Look, why don't we...
Good evening, all you charming young people.
What do you think?
Gee, I don't know. Isn't your mother a little too old for Roger?
Don't be silly. I mean, my sister, Bobby Joe.
This iceberg? You've got to be kidding.
Junior, say hello to my mother and sister.
Good evening.
How do you do?
May I present my friend, Roger Budd. Roger's visiting me from Wilton Corners. Roger, this is Mrs. Bradley. And,
Hello.
How do you do?
Billy Joe Bradley.
Hello.
And that's your date, Bobby Joe Bradley.
Hello.
Bobby's finally got a date with a feller. Hooray!
Isn't he cute? Uncle Joe's such a clown. I've always said he belongs in a circus. Uncle Joe, you're not going to let Betty Joe finish the rest of the pie by herself, are you?
No, that's not good for a little girl her age. She needs help.
Works every time.
So, you're from Wilton Corners. How exciting. Tell me, Roger, how does a big city boy like you feel about taking out a couple of small-town city girls like us?
Well, we are getting pretty big. We got nearly 4,000 people now, and, well, there's talk about building a second movie house. You'd be a standout anywhere.
Oh, Junior, you didn't tell me your friend was so gallant.
He's the gallantest.
Joe, I can see the charm isn't limited to one member of this family. I'm sure we'll have a wonderful evening.
Roger's right charming, too, isn't he, Bobby? Isn't he, dear? Yep, you're right, he sure is. Why don't you two sit over there and get acquainted? I know you have a lot to talk about. So talk.
Well, Bobby, like I said, I think we'll have a wonderful evening.
We will? We will. I'm sure it'll be wonderful. The evening, that is. Evenings are wonderful, aren't they? Or as Byron said of evening, it follows the decline of day as twilight melts beneath the moon away. You recognize that, don't you?
Huh? Oh, yeah, that's poetry.
Oh, hi, Mom. Do you like poetry?
Well,
Wasn't it Chatfield that said that poetry is the music of thought?
I wouldn't be surprised.
Well, maybe you like philosophy. I'm kind of fond of Aristotle myself. You know, his concepts on living, even in today, is just...
Saved by the whistle. The train's here.
Come on, kids. The cannonball's taking us to the dance in Pixley.
Good.
Oh, Mom, you saw me trying to talk to him. I was hopeless. I'll never make it.
You will, honey. Think rhubarb.
Come on, Bob. We're going to be late for the dance.
Bye, Billy.
Bye, Mom.
Bye, Bobby.
Bye, Mom.
Bye, Junior. Bye, rhubarb. Roger. Have a good time. Please?
Won't you?
I'm sorry, Uncle Joe. I didn't mean to wake you.
Well, I wasn't sleeping. I was just sitting here doing a lot of heavy thinking.
It sounded like you were snoring.
Well, that wasn't snoring, just heavy breathing to go with my heavy thinking. Is it past your bedtime?
Mom's been pacing back and forth in her room. I couldn't sleep listening to her. I think she's worried about how Bobby Joe's getting along on a date tonight.
Girl gets to a certain age, she is a worry. Your mother could have saved herself a lot of trouble if she'd have took my advice.
What was that?
Have boys.
Betty Joe Bradley, what are you doing down here at this time of night? You go on upstairs and go to sleep.
Okay, Mom. With you down here, maybe I can.
Put on an extra blanket. The nights are getting chilly.
Okay. Night, Mom. Love you.
I think I'll be turning in, too. How about you?
No, I'm gonna wait up for the kids.
The cannonball won't be back for a couple of hours.
Yeah, I know, but I'm kind of fretting about Bobby Joe. I couldn't sleep anyhow.
Kate, I feel for you. Bringing up 3 girls by yourself ain't easy. Wish I could do more to help you.
Well, you're a great help to me. Just being here. Good night.
Hi, Mom.
Bobby Joe, where'd you come from? Where are the others?
Leif Tilford gave me a ride in his milk truck as far as Bleeker's Hill, and I walked from there.
Well, where's Billy Joe and the boys?
Still at the dance in Pixley. I didn't feel well and I didn't want to wait for the tray. Good night, Mom.
Whoa, girl, whoa. Don't wave a carrot in front of a donkey's nose and then yank it away. What happened?
Nothing. I had a headache and I didn't want to break up the party, so I excused myself and sent back a note to explain. Now can I go to bed?
Oh, sure.
Good night, Mom.
Good night, quitter.
What do you mean, quitter?
I'll bet I could tell you exactly what happened. Your sister Billy Joe was her usual fascinating self, and Junior and Roger were falling all over one another to make a hit with her, while you sat like a bump on a log. Am I right?
Mom, I can't fight Billy Joe. When it comes to boys, well, she's just got it.
She hasn't got anything you haven't got. She just uses hers better.
Mom, you should see the way she carries on over boys. It's ridiculous.
Like what, for instance?
Well, when my date asked her to dance, she took hold of his arm and she said, "Oh, Roger, those muscles. Where did you ever get them?"
Did Roger like it?
Did he ever?
Then it wasn't so ridiculous, was it?
But, Mom, I felt Roger's arm. Wasn't that great?
Honey, there isn't a man, woman, or child who doesn't love to be flattered. And when a boy hears it from a pretty girl, well, it's what I mean by rhubarb, with sugar on it.
But, Mom, Roger was my date. Now, why did Billy have to go for him?
Oh, baby, Billy Joe wasn't going for him. When she sees a boy, any boy, she just automatically says what he wants to hear. It's in her nature. She was weaned on rhubarb.
I wish I'd been then. Roger was nice and kind of different. I liked him.
Enough to take some advice from your mother, if she guarantees results?
Oh, yes, Mom.
Atta girl, honey. You've tasted rhubarb. Now, I'm going to show you how to really enjoy it. Come on.
Hey, Mom, here's the information you told me to get. After school today, I nosed around town. Herbie Bates reported.
Where's your sister, Billy Joe?
Upstairs, getting ready for a beauty bath. What else?
Oh, okay. Proceed with the report.
Right, Chief. Secret Agent X3 returning from assignment L29.
Just the report.
Oh, okay. Herbie Bates says he's crazy about Billy because she wrinkles up her nose so cute and because she makes him feel so strong and masculine.
Okay, next.
Wilbur Hodgkin says he flips for Billy because she walks so cute and because she makes him feel so strong and masculine.
Next.
Tad Perkins says he likes her because she dresses so cute and because
She makes him feel so strong and masculine. I just wanted to see if things had changed since I was a girl. They haven't. The thing we have to do is to get Bobby to beat Billy at her own game.
Gee, Mom, do you think that's fair? I mean, taking sides like this against Billy.
Well, honey, that isn't the point. You see, what we're going to
Mom, you know what happened to those 6 new movie magazines I brought home?
do... Well, yes, dear, they're in your top bureau drawer. Why, do you need all 6 of them?
Sure, it's going to be a long bath.
Oh. Billy,
Yes, Mom?
your date Friday night was with Junior. Why did you make such a big play for his friend Roger?
Oh, well, I thought Roger was cute. I liked him.
But he was your sister's date.
Mom, you just don't understand. Why, a girl never passes up a chance to get a cute fella to go for. Why, it simply isn't done. It's against the code.
And you couldn't break a rule, not even for your sister? You love her, don't you?
Well, of course I do. But what's that got to do with it?
Nothing, I'm afraid of. Go take your bath, dear. And look in the medicine cabinet. I got you some of that sweet-smelling soap you like.
Gee, thanks, Mom. You're wonderful. But there's sure a lot about life that you don't know.
That's the truth. Any questions?
Just one. How come she's so drippy?
Oh, she is not drippy. Billy is a sweet, wonderful, generous girl. You know that. But I must admit, when it comes to boys, she's a little,
Drippy?
That's the word, drippy.
A brand new me? I don't get it, Mom.
You will. I wrote it all down for us. We're going to work on your walk, the way you dress, how to wrinkle your nose, and how to flatter the boys to make them feel strong and masculine. So let's get started.
No, Mom, I don't know.
You want to get Roger?
Let's get started.
And now let's try the flattery again. And this time, add the nose wrinkle. Now, I'm the boy. Go.
Clarence, what an adorable thing to say.
You see, you're trying to catch a man, not a rabbit. Now, let's try it once more, and this time smile and sound like you mean it. Go.
Oh, Clarence, what an adorable thing to say.
Well, the flattery's getting better. Maybe you're not a natural-born nose wrinkler. There's only one sure way to find out. Here comes Mr. Blake. Get him to stay for lunch. We're having fish.
Rhubarb.
Let me have my bill. I'm checking out.
Aren't you staying for lunch, Mr. Blake?
No. I know what you're serving. Fish, and I hate it.
Oh, Mr. Blake, you say the cutest things.
Huh?
Stay and try it. For me?
How am I going to have the fish, with lemon or butter?
A man's eye is caught by the clothes you wear. Now, which of these dresses do you think will do the most for you?
Well, not this one, Mom. It's too drab.
Right, forget it.
And this one's too little girlish.
Right, forget it.
This one's too old-fashioned.
Right, forget it.
And this one's too tight.
Wrong. Wear it.
Hey, Mom, would it be all right if I...
Bobby Joe's taking her good listener test.
Good listener test?
A surefire way to make a man feel strong and masculine is to listen to every word he says like it was awful important. She's been listening for 10 minutes without blinking. Now she can take on anybody.
Your move.
Just a minute, Uncle Joe. Here come those two salesmen. Poppy's walking test.
What in darnation's a walking test?
Watch. Bobby's almost ready. Are Roger and Junior here yet?
Not yet. How does she look?
Sensational. Scared, but sensational.
Don't blame her.
But why? After all the training you've given her? And look how she passed every test.
Honey, lots of horses look fine running in the county fair, but Roger's coming. This is the Kentucky Derby.
Mom, you must be some kind of magician. After Roger's last date with Bobby, I'd have bet you couldn't drag him here in a net.
I admit it took a little doing.
What did you do? What did you do?
What she did was say she had a real cute girl for you.
Yeah, but who?
I keep telling you, I don't know. I ran into Mrs. Bradley at the general store yesterday, and she said, Junior, come over tomorrow night and bring your friend Roger with you. I got a brand new girl for him, real cute. Then she disappeared behind the sweet potatoes.
Well, whoever she is, she's a cinch to be better than Bobby Joe.
Oh, boy, strictly Loserville.
Oh, good evening, boys. You're right on time. Come on down, dear. The boys are here. Roger, I know you're gonna like this girl. She's awful cute.
Oh, yeah. Hey, who is she, Miss B?
Well, it's Bobby Joe.
Mrs. B, you said a brand new girl.
Well,
Hello there, Roger. My, you look dashing tonight. How is Wilton Corner's handsomest boy?
Bob, real great, Bobby Joe. Yeah, real great.
Oh, real great. My, what an adorable thing to say.
She is a brand new girl.
Oh, listen, why don't we go into the dining room and we can munch on some cookies and we can turn on the phonograph and dance. Oh, Junior! Those muscles, where did you ever get them?
Me? Gosh, Bobby, I don't have... Oh, gosh.
tell me, Betty Joe, do you think the rain will hurt the rhubarb?
My, what an adorable thing to say.
Junction.
This has been a Filmways presentation.